Hello everybody, Incon here with another video answering some of your questions, and we're gonna have our BATTLERITE winners, guys, that we should have probably had like a week ago, and I apologize for that. I've been really busy. We've been at the LAN, and so we've been practicing a ton, and there's been all kinds of things. The new Smite Tactics game. I had a little bit of hands-on time that's going to be coming out sometime in the near future. Tons of patches, stuff like that. I've been very busy, and I apologize for that. And because of that, I'm actually giving away an extra 2 copies of BATTLERITE. I said I was going to give away 5 plus the exclusive mounts, but now I'm giving away 7 plus the exclusive mounts to you guys. So just wanted to throw that out there as a little sorry that it took me extra long to make this video. But getting right into it, guys, we have your questions. Maverick Moore asks, how do you think Hi-Rez could change Hades so that he's relevant among other characters? So Hades has always been in a weird place because he's kind of a guardian and he's kind of a mage and he kind of bounces back between the two. His big problem is that his damage is very, very relevant to if he's near minions. Of course, his 3 does a ton of damage. If you smash your 2, your fear onto somebody, plus the minions, and then use your 3, it does a crazy amount of damage. But if you're not around them, then it doesn't do that much damage. He does excel in lane clear. I don't think he's all that terrible. He's definitely more relevant in, say, the solo lane than other places. But his biggest problem has always been, will always be his ultimate. It's basically something that works really great in something like a casual queue. But as you get higher and higher in the play, his ultimate becomes more and more useless. You can do things to try to help with that, but like if you add a cripple to his ultimate, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Hades is broken because like you can't jump out of this thing unless you beads. So I'm sure there's a nice in-between point, but it's so hard to find for him. It's going to be something where you just have to, I think I'd rather them just tweak numbers like, hey, his ultimate is shorter duration but does more damage. You know what I'm saying? Something like that to where it would help him to get the ulti damage off, but not necessarily make it too broken. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep people in the ultimate, but presuming you only keep people in the ultimate for a little bit, maybe do have his ultimate do more damage over a smaller period of time to make that inside the area of the ultimate more helpful, and not even more damage overall, right? Just lessening the duration to make that damage that it does in a faster time. Tom Custom RC2 asks, I got a Razor Death Adder. It only has 2 bindable buttons. What would you recommend to bind them to? This is going to be sort of a little bit of a more like generic thing, but I would bind them to the 2 buttons that you have the hardest time hitting. So, say you're using 1, 2, 3, 4 for your skills, and you're using RF for your actives, right? So, maybe you have a really hard time getting your fingers up to, hitting those abilities, but for some reason you have a hard time hitting your actives. Well, then I would put those 2 buttons for your actives. Or say you have an easy time hitting your actives and your skills, but you can never remember your consumables buttons. It's okay to just make them your consumables because popping a health pot in the middle of a fight can make a difference in making sure you pop it at the start. Find the key bindings that you have the hardest time hitting compared to what you have right now and use those 2 buttons for that. CSGO Eris asks us, I wanted to ask you, do you miss Domination? And does Hi-Rez remember they said they will bring it back? I do not personally miss Domination. It was not my favorite game mode. And I don't even remember them saying they were going to bring it back. I doubt they'll ever bring it back. Honestly, I think that there is an issue, not necessarily with them taking away Domination, but with the way that the community reacted to Domination being taken away. So Domination is basically the only game mode to ever be taken out of Smite. And I believe that's because when Domination was taken out, there was a huge, massive backlash from the community that was like, whoa, why are you taking game modes away? The game is dying. Stuff like that. And I do think it's actually hindered Smite in the long run because I think that if you took away a couple of the game modes right now, you would get a lot more player base into a smaller amount of places. Like Clash and Siege, do you need them both? Probably not. I mean, they're pretty similar in terms of what they're trying to get across to you. Like, you don't really need both of those. So stuff like that, I think you could do without. There's so many game modes which splits the player base of Smite between so many game modes, and it takes it away so you have longer queues, and nobody wants longer queues. Gameplay King asks, should hunters be building crits or go with all power? So, Regardless of what DM Brandon would tell you in stacking kins with crit is bad, I take my advice from professional hunters. And what a professional hunter, Zatman, you may know him, has said, is this is the build basically that he runs. Boots, Ichaival, Aussie, Kins, Titan's Bane, crit, sell Ichaival for crit. That's the build that he runs. That's the build that I would recommend running. Or excuse me, he gets Executioner instead of Titan's Bane. I misspoke there. He gets Executioner where I said Titan's Bane. Other than that, it was correct. I would recommend running that build because Zatman runs it, and Zatman got first place at the LAN using that style of build. So I would go ahead and run that and combine the crits with your power with that attack speed. Mercus Gaming asks, this is a non-Smite related question. Who's your favorite character in BattleRite? I enjoy BattleRite a lot, and I actually enjoy all the characters, pretty much. Varesh is my #1 played character. I think that he's a very interesting character. The way that he has to combine his 1 and 2 as effects and then blow them up, which is really cool. My favorite character right now is Lucy. I think that Lucy's incredibly strong, and I also like playing healers in solo queue because then you guarantee yourself a healer, which is awesome. And my favorite troll character is Iva because there's nothing like an 80-year-old woman with a giant machine gun and her ultimate going rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Makes me laugh every time. I love it. I love Iva, even though she sucks. But don't play her. But man, is she fun. And finally, What's His Face? I can't remember his name, but What's His Face asks, my favorite Guardian is Khepri, and he's the one that I feel most comfortable playing. But I was wondering if he's still a good pick. Yeah, Khepri's okay. Khepri has great lane clear still. Pretty much the best lane clear / jungle clear of any support. Arguably Sylvanas, like Erlong Shen may be better, but Khepri is definitely up there a lot. Very strong in the laning phase. His team fights are pretty good. You have to utilize his 2 extremely correctly. You want to be hitting your own teammates for the damage reduction, plus hitting the enemies to reduce their damage as well with your 2. Not, you know, it doesn't really, you don't want to do this for the damage. You're using it for those passive effects. And then utilizing his ultimate. If you bring somebody back after somebody wastes an ult, that's such a big impact on a team fight. But ultimate is very inconsistent on Khepri. You know, you can throw out a great ultimate on somebody with 5% health and then the enemy team doesn't kill them. Kind of a waste of your ultimate. Yeah, it saved their life, but you never use it. They didn't get their HP back. That's more of like if you're going against a great team, they're never going to blow up the Khepri ult unless it's like you do it at like 1% health. But then you're risking not using the Khepri ult at all, which is super not worth it. So you definitely don't want to do that. I would say that he's a little bit risky, but he can definitely be played at a competitive level. I played him a bit at LAN, unsuccessfully, but I played him a bit. I know Trix Tank played him a bit at LAN successfully. So yes, he is viable. Alright guys, and we have our winners of the BattleRite copies, plus the BattleRite exclusive in-game mounts, guys. Congratulations to the following people. Steven Kivastik, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Hot Sugar. Congratulations to Tassos Gregory. Congratulations to Alexa Todovork. Congratulations to Jack Simril. Congratulations to Aiden Stein, and congratulations to Kelmar. All 7 of you guys will be receiving the copy of the game BattleRite. It's a usable code for Steam. 7 codes, $140 in value, guys, plus 7 exclusive in-game mounts that you cannot get anywhere other than exclusive giveaways. And that's actually all of my BattleRite copies and my in-game mount. So congratulations to everybody that won that. Now, for our giveaway, guys, for this week for YouTube, we've got ourselves 7 CUTSEY AMC icons. If you don't know what those look like, look them up in-game. Look them up on the Reddits. It's an icon, the CUTSEY AMC. You cannot buy it in-game. Only way you can get CUTSEY avatars is by special chest rolls and giveaways. So, I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and we'll be picking those 7 winners next week, guys. Of course, if you want to enter into that CUTSEY avatar giveaway, that'll be down in the panel, guys. And don't forget, if you guys have an Amazon Prime subscription, or you know a friend with an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel absolutely free, guys, and it is the most helpful thing you can do to help out the Twitchiest community on Twitch. I really appreciate all of you guys that do it. And don't forget, you do have to manually resubscribe every month. Just go in once a month and make sure you're still subscribed. If you're not, just go back and resubscribe. Doesn't cost you anything if you have an Amazon Prime account. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to enter in the giveaway. And as always, have a Twitching day, y'all.